prophecy speaking louder than ever. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rachak. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings of the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakathum. The title of this lesson is basically inspired from a video I saw earlier. The brother did GMS Gabar, a war. Speaks about, the topic of you're not going crazy, okay? Because we're at the time wherein Satan is really going to mess with you, man. And as it's also written in the scriptures to press toward the mark for the high calling, man. And press is the most important word there, because press goes into the word pressure, man, meaning you got to push, okay? Meaning there's going to be resistance, and resistance comes in the form of Satan messing with you. That's really our only resistance, is this flesh and the ability Satan has to manipulate our flesh to get us to go off. That's really it. That's the only barrier, man. Everything else is already written. If you have faith, there's nothing we basically can't do. All right. So the reason Ephesians 6 come into play is because that's our protection, man. Okay. The whole armor, man. The armor goes into a readiness, battle mind state, from a spiritual perspective. All right. And this is more important now that we got the UK pressing toward their mark, if you know what I mean. Because they announced, I did the lesson on this morning, that they're mandating a digital ID or you will not be able to work. All right. And that basically, if you can't work, I don't know what else, how else you're going to get by, So watch how this thing goes, Now some people was mentioning that, they might riot. I was watching some of the guys on, the different political podcasts, and they'll make statements, about this, thinking that they're gonna stand up against this. And I'll say this, I'll give it to the Brits in the UK. They're way more likely to get out in the streets and riot than the people here in America. In America, it's too much fried chicken, and seed oils in the diet over here. These people are absolutely done. They're docile, man. Okay? Everything is getting robbed from them, and they just won't do anything, man. They've been raising the retirement age, okay? Poisoning the food, taxing the hell out of you, all right? And they're just nothing, So if they riot, you may see this thing prolonged a little bit, but we all know it's coming, as the scriptures say. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. And we've been waiting a long time, man, especially the apostles and elders, for this day where they roll out this Charagma, man, which is on the horizon, man. And what are you other camps doing? What do you other camps have to say about it? Okay? Are you warning your flock? Okay? Because if you know better and you're not warning, the Lord is going to get you, man. And it's not going to be pretty. You're not just going to skate by. You're not just going to catch a bullet and then go to the spirit world. Those days are over. The Lord is sending out horrific judgments when the switch gets flipped. Okay. This is why we practice diligence, okay, and warning every day, man. So the blood is off our hands, man, as it says in Ezekiel 3. If you warn the wicked of their evil ways, and they don't repent, then the blood is off of your hands, okay? And that man is going to die in his sin, man. All right? But this death is not going to be normal, okay? This is the culmination of the Lord's anger. The wrath that's been reserved is finally going to be unleashed, okay? And the ultimate justification, which the Lord don't even really need that, but the ultimate justification to destroy all of you people is when you take that Charagma, man. And a lot of you got your chin tested, which you failed back in 2020 when you took that WAP, man. Okay? But you got to be ready to leave all of this behind, man. Family members, jobs, a home, a woman. You got to be ready for all of these things to go sideways on you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the scriptures say every man work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. So if you're not locked in on doing that, and you're too attached to other things, then that's enough leaven for Satan to get a grip, and yank your ass, man. Okay? And you definitely do not want to be one of them that did all of this work, and then at the last minute you get plucked out, man. Okay? That's heart-wrenching. Okay? So put on the whole armor of the Most High, man, because what they're doing over there is not isolated or insulated from what we're doing over here in America. As you know, Esau runs a global machine. Okay, that's what the beast is. Okay, you can't just say, oh, that's happening over there. No, it's coming here as well. It's the same people. Okay, running the same plague. They're just doing it across different parts of geography, man. All right. So get ready for what's coming over there to come over here. And we said the chip would be global. We told you that, man. Okay? The EU has been prepping for this the whole time, man. They have a digital coin over there they're already preparing for. Okay? I believe it's called WorldCoin. I did a lesson on it maybe a year ago or something like that, maybe. Okay? So they're ready. Okay? Esau is licking his chops to try to secure this blessing, which we know he won't, but a lot of you are gonna get devoured. Okay, so put on the whole armor of the Most High, man. Take this thing serious. Okay, get off your ass, you know, spiritually and physically. Okay, you know, your spirit got to be turned up and alert, man. That's what a watchman does. Okay, that's what a sheep does when he hears the voice of Yahushua, which that's what we're preaching. Okay, we're the voice preaching in Yahushua, man. Okay, so if you're comforted by this, or your ears are piqued by this message, okay, that's a good sign. That's like the brother said in the video he did earlier. Knowing is half the battle, man. He said most of these people, when they're getting a demonic attack, they don't even know that Satan is attacking them, man. They just think it's normal. But see, we have a spiritual awareness to know, okay, that's Satan messing with me. You know, I got to rebuke that, okay? Or I got to refrain from that. Or I got to adapt here and adapt there. See, just knowing that you're in the fight gives you a significantly greater chance of winning the fight. But if you don't even know you're in the fight, then you're done, man. Like a lot of these guys in the congregations of different camps, you know, like a Sakari or a GOCC, you know, or a Genesis or whatever, okay? They'll know the scriptures, but then be sleep as hell, man. All right, just lax when it comes to the end times, you know, the final prophecies, you know. But the water for the apostles and elders on down for being diligent and keeping in that spirit of all the great millstone to continue to push and push and push prophecy, man. Okay, and the main one is World War III and this Charagma, man, and they're gonna go right behind each other. Okay, basically damn near at the same time. Okay, so we don't have much longer here, man. We don't know how long we got, but we know it's not long. So I'll end it there, Lobos, and this is edifying. Call Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakak Badash Shalom Kwam Yasharal.